What's up, guys? My name is Chris. I am 26 years old. I am transgender, and basically, This is my third installment of this top surgery video series that I'm doing. I'm doing this because of the lack of information I have been able to find, just online and through videos of people talking about their surgeries. There is information, but I had to do so much digging, and I've met with 3 different surgeons that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this since I met with 3 different surgeons, and I know someone out there will watch this and find it helpful. So that's basically what this is. So the first video, I talked about meeting with Dr. Russell Sassani down here in South Florida, who is no longer taking my insurance, therefore why I'm no longer going to him for surgery. The second surgeon that I had met with a couple of months after I had met Dr. Sassani was Dr. Paul Wagoda, who was also here in Fort Lauderdale. He doesn't take insurance, though. Well, as of when I met with him, he didn't take insurance. I don't think that's changed. I don't think he's still taking insurance. Who I decided that is also not the right fit for me, because I do have health insurance and I do want to use my health insurance. I will point out I have United Healthcare. So when I received the letter, if you saw my first video, and I talked about it on my second video a little bit, I received a letter last summer saying that Sassani was no longer accepting my insurance. I scrambled to find another surgeon that had basically the same results that I was looking for and also taking health insurance. So I came across 2 surgeons actually, Dr. Allison Shore, who is in Chicago, and Dr. Rachel Bluebond-Langner, who is in New York City. Chicago seemed like a very good fit for me because that's originally where I started to get my testosterone from. And my friend who is from Chicago and lives down here in South Florida now, he went to Dr. Allison Shore in Chicago, and she is a great surgeon. Her results are great. However, when I called last summer, my consultation, which I haven't canceled yet, I should probably cancel that, was going to be for July of 2020, which is this summer. And that was really, really far off for me, because I knew that, once I had my consultation, it would probably be another waiting game, anywhere between 6 months to a year before I had surgery. So then Dr. Bluebond-Langner, an amazing surgeon as well in New York City, also had a crazy wait time. So when I had called their office originally, they told me it was going to be February of 2021 for a consultation. And I don't know if you know this, but first you have to have a consultation done before you can even schedule a top surgery date. So even if you have that consultation set, you can't really schedule that date until you've had that consultation. So I had called their office and they had scheduled me for February of 2021, which actually, now that I think about it, I don't even think, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to wait till February 2021. So for some reason, a few days later, I was like, you know what? Let me call her office again, Dr. Rachel Bluebond-Langner's office again, and see what happens. So I called her office again, and some miracle, I got really, really freaking lucky. Someone had just canceled their consultation for October 22nd of 2019, which was I think I had called in July. So it was literally 3 months away. And I was like, yes, put me down. I want it. I don't care if I have to fly up for it. I will be there for it. Coincidentally, my birthday was a couple of days after. It was October 24th. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a trip out of it to come to New York for it. So and traveling to New York, I knew was going to be the biggest pain in the ass for surgery, since I'm here in Florida and New York is so far away. And I don't really know anyone in New York, so I'd have to get an Airbnb to stay at and all that stuff, but whatever. I knew that she was a great surgeon and she takes insurance, so I was like, screw it, let's go. So my brother accompanied me on this trip to New York in October. So I met with Dr. Rachel Bluebond-Langner, who is fantastic, by the way. She is great. She, asked for my pronouns and all that stuff. I will say that Dr. Sassani and Dr. Wagoda also asked for my pronouns. I didn't have any issues with them personally, as far as their care and all that stuff. But Dr. Rachel Bluebond-Langner was great. So I had my consultation with her. after a meeting with her, she was like, because you don't live here, let's go ahead and take your photos today, for me to reference when you do have your surgery and stuff like that. So it was all like starting to like sink into me, like, yo, this is like legit, like I think this is my surgeon. Like, I think I have found the one. Mind you, I've met with 3. Like, she was my 3rd one. So I was like, this needs to be it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go crazy. So I took my photos, and then they told me that it was going to be maybe like a week or 2 before they called me to schedule my top surgery date. So had a great trip in New York. Then came back down to Miami, and I think it was like maybe 4 days after meeting with Dr. Bluebond-Langner was when her office called me and was like, hey, so we want to go ahead and schedule your surgery date. So they scheduled my surgery date, which was supposed to be September 14th of 2020. So this year coming up. Well, now we're in 2020 now. So this September coming up. And I was a little bummed because my best friend, who currently lives in Texas, she's the one that's going to be taking care of me in New York, and she's supposed to be starting grad school in August, so it wasn't going to work out with that timeline. So a few weeks ago, actually like the day before New Year's Eve, so December 30th, 2019, I decided to call her office because they had told me when I scheduled my appointment in September, for September, they had told me, they had put me on a cancellation list to try to get me in earlier. However, the woman in the office told me, like, if you actively call us, every so often, it's going to be easier for you to get a cancellation than it would be for us to go down the cancellation list and then eventually call you. So I'm very persistent, and I knew that I needed to have a surgery date for the summer. So I had called her office like one other time. They didn't have any cancellations. However, on December 30th, when I called them, they did have a cancellation for a top surgery date, which was July 10th of 2020. So they put me in for July 10th, 2020. And so I will be meeting with her on that Friday for my top surgery. I do have to fly in the day before for my pre-op, and I do have to fly in for the day in March for her to, I think for like my authorizations with my health insurance, and I have to sign a bunch of paperwork, and they have to go over the healing process and all that stuff. And I did ask them if I could do this stuff over the phone, and unfortunately I can't. So I will be flying in March for just like that day, and then I'm going to be flying back down to Miami. Hopefully I can get a cheap flight for that. So Dr. Rachel Bluebond-Langner is who I will be going to have top surgery with. I still don't know how much my surgery is going to cost me out of pocket. I'm assuming it's not going to be as much compared to Dr. Wagoda and Dr. Sasani, because through my employer right now, my deductible would be $300 and my out-of-pocket max would be $2,000. That's if I go full-time with my job. Right now I'm part-time. However, I am waiting to hear back whether or not I got full-time. I should be hearing back this week. So hopefully I won't be paying more than $2,000 for my surgery. And so yeah, I'm really happy with my choice. I know it's going to be a pain in the ass traveling to New York, but she's going to be my best option for me. And so yeah, I figured I would make these videos to inform other trans people of my situation and how much of a lengthy process it's been. And if you do plan on having surgery, start getting the ball rolling, because these surgeons are just getting busier and busier with more, people coming out and accepting the fact that, hey, maybe surgery is an option for them. So if you do plan on having surgery, start getting this ball rolling, so that way you can have those consultations set and then worry about how much it's going to cost you later on. Because I think at this point, waiting for the consultation is what's taking the longest. So I hope you guys have found this video informative. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment below. You can also find my Instagram I'll link it down below in the information box thing. I don't know, I don't do YouTube videos, but yeah. Thanks for listening, guys, and I hope you have a great year. And yeah, bye.